Good morning, this is Zachary from Zachary Sweeps. I'm just swept this wood burning stove. It's called a log fire, and apparently the company's gone bust, and it's obviously because it's gone bust now. It's very difficult to get parts of things like this. So the reason why I'm doing this video is it's only going to be a quick, brief video. But if you're ever in that situation where the company that you've bought the log burner, it goes bust, and because what you've got to be thinking of is like replacement parts. Because if something goes wrong, if you need to replace bits on it that are important, then what's going to happen is you're going to be in a really sticky situation where you could end up having to replace the whole appliance. So like, what my recommendation, the first thing if you ever hear of a company going bust is to search around, because there will be spare parts on the internet, you know, like on eBay, bricks and baffle plates and stuff like that. And this particular appliance, it's got like it's got some interesting things on it. To be fair, I can see why it went bust. It's kind of an interesting design. I mean, it's great because it looks really fantastic. It's a double door one, so you can have it inside your lounge and in your dining room, which is perfect, maximum heat efficiency. The only thing I would say is to the customer is get a couple of fans to go on either side of the pipe, so that you can push the air, because obviously, as you know, I'm a big fan of the single wall single flue pipe systems coming out of the actual wood burners instead of the double ones, because obviously you can use the maximize the heat efficiency of the appliance. But the reason why I'm doing this is basically because there's a lot of things that you won't be able to get hold of if you leave it too long. So if the company goes bust, I would really strongly recommend that straight away you want to be buying stuff on there, like spare parts for these sort of products on eBay, because they won't last forever. So go on eBay, get your bricks. Up there they got basically they got let me grab my torch. It's pouring down with rain again. It's always doing that. So basically what you want to do is, because they're baffle plates at the top, it's 3 sections and it's starting to warp a little bit. So if you start to like I mean, the good thing about that sort of particular thing is that you'll be able to buy that, you know, be able to go to a blacksmith and get one made up to go in there. It's pretty straightforward to go in once you know how it goes. But it is starting to warp a little bit around the edges, just at the top there. I don't know if I can put I'm trying to look through the camera and show you at the same time, but basically it's just warping a little bit. So eventually what's going to happen is it will drop down. But so if you're in this situation where you buy a wood burner and the company goes bust, what you need to do is you need to go on eBay and you need to buy all the spare parts now, so that that you don't have to come across a situation where, like, say in a year's time, 2 years time, where you're trying to fit, something breaks on it and you can't get the parts for it, because then obviously all of a sudden the money that these cost, they're not cheap. You'll be in a really sticky situation. So a lot of the stuff you can get by the blacksmith. Blacksmith can make up most of the metal stuff, the cast iron stuff inside the appliance, so that's no problem. The ropes, they come in all different sizes, so you'll be able to get that. Look, the sun's shining there and it's pouring down with rain. It's incredible. It hasn't stopped since last night. It was lovely going to sleep to it. It's very therapeutic. But the bricks, what you can do is you can buy a sheet of vermiculite, which is, you know, the cork boarding, not the cork, but the vermiculite boarding, should I say, and you can cut it down to size. You can use the old bricks as templates. It's very easy to do. You can buy it online. Just remember to get the right thickness, which if you take one of them out, you'll be able to get the right thickness. I mean, a nice sheet, and then use the broken piece as a template, cut it around it, and you can cut it with a wood saw. So it's very easy, them sort of things. But anything to do with cast iron and that, it's a really good idea to get any spare parts for them now. And the other thing I'm going to suggest to the customer today is, because obviously the baffle plate starts to warp a little bit, because of the size of it. It's a bit of a beast, this one. I'm going to tell them to They look like they're doing it anyway, but obviously I have to advise them that make a nicer, thicker ash bed, so it's literally, like about an inch or 2 inches to the top of that metal plate there, and also get a thermometer. That's really important, especially when you can't get hold of the parts for things like this. Get a thermometer to stick on the pipe just there. If you remember, as I always say, get it done 3/4 of the way up, because then you're going to get the best heat efficiency of the appliance. You'll know that you're burning it at the right temperature. A lot of people put them on the sides or on the collar. They're not. If it can only go on the collar, then fair enough. But realistically, it needs to be 3/4 of the way up on the pipe. So I just thought these would be quite useful tips. So basically, if your company that you bought a wood burner goes bankrupt, get on eBay, buy as much bits for it as possible, because it'd be worth spending a couple £100 on parts for it now, and then just putting them in the garage somewhere and keeping them safe. Remember, don't worry about the fire bricks, because you can buy sheets of that and you can cut it down. And cast iron bits, you can also get them done at the blacksmith as well. So don't ever panic. And the rope, you can get that on eBay, or you can get the chimney sweep to do it for you. But yeah, if you do come across this problem, if it was me, I would buy all the bits straight away, and then just suck it up a little bit, put it to one side, and then basically when you need to replace them at some point, because everything needs replacing inside them, because obviously the heat that they get to. But the most important thing I'm going to advise the customer is to get a thermometer, so that they know that they're not burning it too hot, because obviously that baffle plate at the top is warping. It's not actually the baffle plates, it's actually the part that the baffle plate sits on is warping. So and that could be because that could be a problem, because if it can't come out, then you're stuck, because the blacksmith won't be able to come to your house and do the repair work at your house. So the stuff has to go to him, to his workshop. So if you get a as soon as the company goes bankrupt, get a thermometer. That's the first thing you do, and then buy all the spare parts. I hope this helps. It's just a quick short video. It's the first time I've come across one of these, and I just thought about what would be really important. So if you've got one of these fires, log fires, and you can get hold of the parts now for it, get hold of them and keep them safe. Anyway, have a great morning from Zachary Sweet.